All right. Hello, everyone. Trying something I haven't ever done before. Doing the Monday lunch break on Facebook. Also, YouTube Live as well. I have my phone propped up on top of my iPad for the YouTube one. Hopefully, it'll stay. But just thought I'd get in touch with you guys. Normally, Shauna does this with me. We're on the couch and everything. But, things are different these days. Shauna's at home teaching the kids school, which we normally do anyway, but not every day of the week. So she's busy with that. I'm up at the studio recording lessons, and I thought we'd just do the Monday lunch break from here. So I'm just, got the iPad and phone there on YouTube and Facebook. Looking forward to your comments. So if anybody has a comment or any question at all about anything, I'd be happy to talk about that, about what's going on in the world, or just music, or some question you might have on piano. Shauna's with us. All right. Yeah, and I can see your comments right here, right live. So type them out if you want. We'll get going. It's kind of overcast and a kind of a murky day here in Waco. So maybe this is fitting. Right? Charlie Brown, Christmas. If you hear me cough a little bit, it's my allergies, don't worry. I have, I have allergies all the time, and I always have it, cough or sneezing, whatever, so that's common for me. Do get some looks in the grocery store, though, if you cough. Why don't we try this? If people are watching, let's do make up a song. This is kind of fun. I used to do this with students when the kids would get real antsy and you just needed something else to do. If somebody can pick three different people pick a note. Just pick a note on the piano, and I'd like everybody involved in this. So maybe keep it on the white keys, just so everyone can try this as well. Just pick a note, a key. Right? There's 12 tones. And you can pick. Shauna says, "Can I ask anything?" Yes, you can, but I may not answer it, but you can ask. I'm always amazed some people can play the piano and talk at the same time. Right now I'm just noodling, so that's easy. But if you have to stay in time and play and talk, it's really hard. Have you ever had to do that? Sometimes I'll be playing at a wedding or something that has to stay right in time, and someone want to come up and talk to me, and I could, but it always seemed to mess my rhythm up just a little bit. But hey Phil, how you doing, buddy? Phil from the UK is watching. Guys, he just put up a video that is really good and funny and entertaining. It's Fareham Phil, Fareham, and then Phil on Facebook. Look up his latest video that he uploaded. He's doing a Billy Joel thing. It's really neat. Really proud of that guy. But anyway, so I'm just playing some stuff here. So, today is Monday. It doesn't feel like Monday. Every day feels like Saturday, doesn't it? And the kids are all bummed. They've got to get up, and they think they're getting up early, and it's 9:30, and they got to do school. And so everyone's on the computer trying to get everything finished. We're trying to get the garden done. We do a garden every year, but it's not just a garden. It's a huge garden. We do enough to sell to the community and everything. So we've been working on that. Hey Tori, how you doing? You're welcome, Phil. It is a great job. You're doing awesome. You're a great example for everyone out there who's trying to learn to play. Yeah. So we do have some people on YouTube watching as well. I don't know if the comments come up, but we have quite a few on YouTube. If you have something, a question, just type it up. I think it'll pop up on here, but so anybody pick a note yet? I'm just gonna pick a few notes. Let's see. D, B, G. That's easy. D, B, G. So that's three notes. B, D, G. All right, so maybe I'll just write a melody here. Let's see. B, D, G. B, D, G. So you have your three notes. B, D, G. We want to, hey Chrissy, how you doing? The Lordens are wonderful friends living in Florida right now. And we have a great time with them whenever we get together. But so B, D, G. So I just picked three different chords for each. I start in the key of chord of G, B, do a G chord in my left hand, and then a B minor chord for the D, and then for the G I'll do an E minor. So we have. Then I finish out the melody. Then I do an F chord. I used to do that whenever I'd have to play, just kind of vamp, come up with something for a wedding or something where I'm just playing. I just pick three notes. And then you can play for, 30 minutes doing that, just different styles. B, D, G. Then I finish out the melody. Then change, go to triplets maybe, and then later on you can go G. Then change the octave maybe, go B, D, and then go up for the G instead. But you can take just three notes. Oh, people are writing comments here. Shawn, could you show us the top 2 or 3 ways you vamp with your left hand? Okay, this is really easy. I'm going to give you, the secrets to all this stuff. I'll show you, for this style of playing right now, what I'm doing. For whatever chord you have, let's say you have a G chord. I'll take what I did right here. Okay, so G chord. All right, a G chord has GBD, right? Okay, what I do is I put the G down low, and instead of doing GBD like this, block chords, just a straight GBD right together, I take the middle note, the B, and I put it up here on the thumb. So now I have GBD like this, okay? But I not only have the B, I have the A right below it and the G. So I have, and then I may take the chord and do up high. So that's the formula. It seems a little complicated, I guess, but it's just G, D, G, A, B. For the G chord, and I do that for every chord. So let's say the next chord, the B minor. Okay, so B minor is B, D, F sharp. And I realize you gotta know chords a little bit to understand what I'm doing here, but B, D, F sharp. And then I take the middle note, the D, and put it on my thumb. And I do C sharp and B. So I'll always have those three notes with my thumb I can do with different patterns and rhythms, just mix it around. So I have G, B, and the next chord was E minor. So try that one, see if you can do it. E, G, B. So I put it down low. I take the middle note and I bump it up here on my thumb. And then I have the next 2 lower notes, F sharp and E. So I just took that 3, I would have this. Let me play it up high. Here's the G. Kind of really slowed it down, but if I go a little faster. just 3 notes can lead to all the other notes. But you start with something very simple. Maybe a stupid question, but is this using inversions? Becky says, no, not yet. Oh, well, I kind of did in the extra stuff I did, but I didn't use inversions in the original part. G, B minor, E minor. Okay. Becky says she's cleaning with bleach. May impair her. Yeah, I want to wear some gloves. You know, whenever I have bleach, I always get a spot on my clothes, and I always forget to wear different clothes. Because I just wear the same clothes every time, no matter what I'm doing. This is, you know, what I do to go to the store, what do for lessons, or if I'm going to a special event. Just wear the same clothes. Hey, Phil, I've been working on Piano Man 2, says Gary. And that's a favorite one, right? Everyone loves Piano Man, you know? And there are a couple of tough places in it, but if you just do the, you know, it's not so bad for a beginner. Then you have those other tricky parts that are tough. Becky says, it's killing me. I guess the bleach, huh? Well, anyway, you know, and we could see that's the, hey Phil, how are you doing? Phil Collins, not the Phil Collins. Oh no, you know what? It is the Phil Collins, the Phil Collins that plays, you know, the Genesis. The other way you might vamp is, you know, if I did that same chords. Shauna says, sing and play Always a Woman or Tiny Dancer. I wish I knew the words all the way. I know like the first couple of words. Put me on the spot. She can kill with a smile. She can wound with her eyes. She can ruin your faith with her casual lies. I don't know it. Na 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 na. She na 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 na, but she's always a woman to me. Na da 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 da. In a minute, I'm gonna screw it up. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Da 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 da. Always a woman to me. Haven't played this in years. And then, oh, she takes care of herself. Don't have my voice today. Tiny Dancer, let's see. Blue jean baby, LA lady, seamstress for the band. Alright, if I keep singing, I'm going to start coughing. So I'm just going to leave it at that. Learn it, please, Shawn. Always a woman to me. I'm going to ask Kevin to learn it soon. Great song. Yes, and, you know, and even I don't have everything right under my fingers. I'll have to go. Now, I'll learn it quick once I get back to it. But I have to go, oh, yeah, okay, those are the chords. So, there's you doing requests. Oh, then root beer rag. I'd have to look at this stuff. I know the songs, but right here on the spot, you know, I'm not a on the spot guy. You got to keep that stuff up, you know, and you guys know that. You have to brush through them a little bit every day to keep all those songs up. You know, some of them I could do that with, but you know. So anyway, we're talking about another way of vamping. And so, oh my gosh, we have a ton of people on YouTube watching. Wow. All right, so if we did that same vamping style, or not the same vamping style, the different vamping style, with the same 3 notes, B, D, G, and then we did G, B minor, E minor for the left hand. Well, it's just a different style. Oh, my brother is watching, Michael Cheek, up near Dallas. He is, you guys don't know this, but he is everything I am on piano, he is on guitar. He's a guitar teacher. He even made, you know, a lot of videos, a website and everything. But he's a school teacher now, but he is everything on guitar that I do on piano. Just a great musician, player, teacher, and everything. So that, all I'm changing is the rhythm, you see? The style, I call it style in what I'm playing. So it's the same melody, same notes as when I went. But I'm going. So see how you just, you know, one thing leads to another and you just change the whole style of it. And that is just the octave fifth style. It has more to do with rhythm than it does what notes I'm playing. So if I take the G chord, G, D, you're welcome, Uncle Mike. It's funny, my brother, you guys know Carter. I have 4 kids. Carter, the oldest, has the strongest personality by far. And even, you know, just out of the womb, he was, in fact, he punched out, you know. That's how he started his life. But no kidding. But he's just a strong personality, a great son. But he, you know, we had difficult times growing up. He just had an iron will. You know, people say strong will. He's got an iron will. And my brother would come over sometimes during the day. We both taught lessons out, you know, in the city. And he would come over. He, you know, going to stop by and have lunch or whatever, because I'd be home. And so he'd come over and he's about to knock on the door, and he would hear Carter inside, blah, blah, running through the house, throwing stuff. And so he, you know, he would just get back in his car. He told me that later. Pick a different time to come back. But we love Carter. He's great. He's a lot better now. He still, you know, has meltdowns like everyone. But all right, back to the. Oh, and I was going to say, it's funny because we have, you know, that Texas accent really comes out when you're a kid or when you get around other Texans. And his name was Uncle Mike. Uncle Mike. Uncle Mike's coming over. Let's see. Shawn says, I bet Michael Cheek has some stories to tell. He does. In fact, I think I've heard that when he gets new students or he needs to pass some time, he'll tell his students a Shawn story. Because I have a lot of things that just happen to me in life, and a lot of them are funny. Not at the moment, but and he remembers all of them, and he brings them up and tells the students Shawn stories. So, getting back to the vamping thing. So, octave, G, D, G, okay? And so instead of doing all this with the thumb like I showed you earlier, we're just doing the octave and a fifth. That's it. It's the rhythm that makes the vamping, okay? So, dun, 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 dun. Those of you who play a lot of Elton John and others, he does that all the time in his ballads. Just the octave and a fifth. The right hand's doing all the cool stuff. The left hand is just the octave and a fifth. And the vamping is in the rhythm, not really so much the notes. Okay, it's rhythm, all right? So if I take that and I put that melody, B, and I'm going to add 2 notes to my melody, the D and a D, just to fill the chord out. And I go, da, da, da. I'll show you guys a little trick. My bongos. Rhythms are great for practicing, bongos are great for practicing rhythm. Now, even if you can't play, you can sit down. Dun, 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 dun. Now, take what I just played and put it on the keys. So when I go to the B minor, I have the B, F sharp, B. The right hand does a D for the melody. I add an F sharp and B for the chord. And then the E minor, and then maybe I did before. But my left hand is just doing the octave and a fifth with rhythm. So that's the second way I might vamp. Let's see, Phil Collins says, everybody are having conversations with themselves. Okay, wonderful. Between each other. Yeah, I don't need to be here. Y'all just continue on. That's great. Let's see, what's the third way? Those are the main 2 ways. I mean, you get a lot of mileage out of just those 2 things. Yeah, another way, let's see. is just playing chords, and taking time between them. You know, sometimes if I just sit down and play chords. So maybe you play a few chords. I'm giving you all my secrets. Just pick a few jazz chords, and jazz chords are just, weird notes together. I can just pick something and go, if somebody went to the piano and went, you go, oh, that's awful. But then if I went, then, oh, wow, it's good. So, and then play some high notes. And this is great to do in the key of C because you can just play all the white keys and it sounds fine. And then, and then maybe, I'm just playing, 2 or 3 chords. A chord and then a little thing with a melody. The little blues thing in there. And since I'm just noodling, there's no really set rhythm. I'm just floating. It's like floating on a cloud from one thing to the next. And you just start to be creative and try stuff out. Try a chord out. See what you think, And if you're confident and you stay behind it when you're playing it, it's gonna sound good. They send me out. Yeah, I'm isolated in the studio. It's just me here, and I can record video. So I'm blessed that I get to do that. And Shawn is home with the kids, just doing. And we're fortunate too. We're on a farm, so the kids can go out and run around and do different things. They can ride in the ATV and go fish, and go mess with the sheep In fact, we just had. Our sheep just had 2 lambs. This is our new animals. We've only been doing this for about 3 years, the farm thing and the garden thing. And she just had them. We didn't have to do anything. She just birthed 2 lambs at once. And we have another sheep that's about to birth as well. So, and we found out they generally have 2 or 3 when they birth. But they come out and they can already walk, and they're running around and doing everything. It's just exciting to see that. So neat that we can enjoy that during this time. And I think 1 or 2 of our cows are pregnant as well, and they'll also have babies. So it's just fun to see that process happen. And I'm not an expert, the guy next door to me is, and so he helps me out. He laughs at me all the time. Now I don't know what to do getting the cows to go where they're supposed to go, but he knows, so he just goes, just go in the house, I'll do it. So, yeah. All right, so that's probably good, huh? Kind of showing you 3 things there, and we've probably gone, how long is it? 23 minutes, that's a long time, isn't it? All right, so any more questions real quick? I'll go for maybe 2 minutes here. If anybody has any other questions or comments or things you want to talk about, whatever it is, We're pretty fortunate here in Waco in McLennan County. I think we've only had like 36 cases or something like that. So nothing like New York and other parts of the world. And, so I'll show you a neat chord that you can, a lot of you play in C when you vamp, right? I'll show you a neat chord you can start with when you just sit down. You automatically sound like you're an expert. Play a G in the bass, and in the right hand play F, A flat, B natural, and E. And then just go. Or, on that little thing, I just have those 4 notes, and then my left hand repeats right after my right. Right, left, right. You sound like a harp, And then whatever you want to do after that. Becky says, we're a blessing to us all. Prayers and prayers. Well, you guys are a blessing to us. You know, I was thinking, you know, didn't really feel like doing the Monday lunch break today. It's all different. You know, Shawn is not here, and she always makes me do it. No, I'm kidding. She's a good motivator for me to do the stuff I'm supposed to do. And I wasn't going to do it, and I said, you know what? And then I thought, you know, all you guys who tune in and watch. So that's the reason to do it, for you guys. And being able to connect, even though we're not physically together, you know, there's no distance in spirit. And I think that we're all here together in spirit. So it's just wonderful to see all you guys. I keep seeing the comments and everyone. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for playing music. You know, you can always play music. And again, music has that ability to transport us to another place and another time. And it's wonderful. So use that. Pick out your favorite songs, you know, and play. We're not guaranteed tomorrow anyway, right? No matter what's going on in the world, we have today. So make use of today. And find that song you've always wanted to play, or, you know, whatever, music-wise, and just do it. And, you know, maybe we'll do this more often than just Mondays. I have requests. A few musicians are doing that, and it's great. That would be neat. Just, I don't have, you know, I was talking about having a bag of songs ready to go at any time. Really, the only songs I have ready to go at any time are those 15 songs that I got ready for the concert we did here recently in Waco. I'd have to brush up on them to have them to go. In fact, anybody who plays on the spot has all those songs because they do that all the time. I don't do that all the time. What do I do? I learn songs just enough to teach them for you guys, and then I move on to the next and move on to the next one. So I do have a lot of songs that I could have ready on the spot, but you know, maybe if I had a day or something, I could brush them up and do that. But live requests, that's pretty cool. So we could try that. Anyway, guys, I have to say goodbye. I got to get to my lessons here and do my workload for today. And had fun. See you guys later. God bless. How do I turn this off? All right.